Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. A few weeks ago I did a video about this, which is an Enduristan XS Base Pack, and this is the 6.5 litre one. They also do one in a 12.5 litre, and yeah, I basically got it as a tail pack for my CRF300 Rally, and I was looking at bags that I could use that did not require a rack. So what this has is actually there's 4 bolts at the back here that go through, two there, and then these straps that run underneath that actually have holes in them, and you literally just put that on there. You do the clips up, and that is kind of it. You know, there's really not a great deal to it, but I found it to be just a really nice way of having a little bit more storage on the bike. It doesn't need a rack, doesn't mean a top box, it means it's stuff that's not in a backpack. Like I say, 6.5 litres and a 12 litre version of this. Doesn't come too far up onto the pillion seat, so I think that's just about manageable. Now, one thing that I did do when I did this was I didn't actually make holes in exactly the right places for the straps. What I've actually done is I have the Enduristan Rally Pack, which is a smaller pack, and that's where these 4 holes that I have on here line up exactly. I thought I'd try it first to see how I got on with it, rather than drilling some more holes in this rear plastic, because there's just more holes either to plug or for dust to get in. I've now decided that this is really what I'm going to be using all the time, even with panniers, I think, as some extra luggage space. So what I've done is I have another plastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drill the holes in this one that are actually in exactly the right place for the XS Base Pack. And that way I think I'm going to be able to move these slightly further apart. At the moment that is pulling at a bit of an angle because I'm just using those holes. So I think those two can come slightly further forwards. These ones can go slightly further back. They all need to come out slightly. So that's kind of what this video is going to be. I'm going to mark up the holes on my nice, clean, undrilled plastic, and I'm going to get them in exactly the right place for the base pack. And then I'm going to put my Rally Pack back on there and just use this one with the base pack. Hopefully that makes sense. Is this worth a video? I don't know. I always flinch a little bit when I have to drill plastics. Because it just seems such a waste when someone's gone to the trouble of designing it. But it is a really good way, I think, of keeping things on the bike. So yeah, I think it will be worthwhile. One other thing I want to point out, and hopefully you can see this on the GoPro, is that there's these sort of, I guess they're to give some extra stiffness to the rear plastic, and there's 4 of them. So I think the ideal thing would be to have the forward tape going ahead of these and the rear one going just behind it. The way that I have it on the bike at the moment is they're actually almost on it. So certainly these forward ones would need to come forward a bit just to clear that so it fits a bit nicer when it's on the bike. Right then, first thing to do, take off the old one. So to get this plastic off, it's just these bolts on each side. And now these 2 at the back. Okay, now what I'm aware of is that that's quite a lot of weight now just hanging down at the back there. So I'm just going to support it while I lift the plastic off, then I'm going to put this 1 bolt back in. There we go. I'm just going to pop that back in the hole just to support the weight of my pannier racks. Otherwise it's a lot of force that's just going on the pillion peg hangers. There we go. Once you got that off, there's just a couple of little plastic tabs which actually go inside some metal pieces on the frame. So it's a matter of pushing that back far enough that you can just edge that out through the hole. There we go. There we go. And that comes off. So as you can see, if I show you just underneath there, these were the holes for the Rally Pack. As you can see, they're too close together for this. I mean, it was a means to an end. And again, these are the sort of the spiky bits at the side. And yeah, if that was a bit further forwards, it wouldn't need to come around them like that. So the holes I'm going to drill in the new one are just going to be that bit further forward, so it clears that, and I'll space it out properly. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remove the straps from this one. This is going to happen quite quickly. That is done. I'll put my Rally Pack back on that, but frankly that is not something I'm going to put in a video. So the next bit is to mark this up so that these straps actually clear these side bits, which should be easy enough. and drill the holes in the right places. So from looking at that, I think I probably need to have that really quite far forwards to get the to get it in, you know, just the right place. And actually those look like it might even be slightly at the side. So let me mark that up on there. So that is the point. This is up against the stops on the plastic bit underneath. So it needs to be at least there. But actually I'm going to bring it quite a bit further forwards. The seat, when it goes in, there's about an inch from the front of there. It's about 25 millimeters to where the back of the seat comes. And I don't want it to go too much over the seat. So really the line where I want to have these is pretty much sort of around there, that sort of point, maybe even a bit closer, just so there is that clearance of the seat off the front of the pack, but at the same time I'm getting the best possible width. So first thing I'm going to do is just measure where these holes are. Now, though that would ideally be under tension, it doesn't want to be too far up because otherwise it's going to be pulling down on the inside. So I think probably what I'm going to do is maybe mark it there and, yeah, put my holes just inland, just inboard enough that the washers themselves are on the flat surface. What I don't want is to have the washer over the edge where it's actually pulling and putting pressure on a corner and have to drill a hole through there. I'm just doing this by eye and using these end edges on each side. I mean, that's pretty much bang on 13 centimeters. So 6.5 would be the center, and that's equal on both sides. That's the center. And then for looking at where these need to go, that's pretty much on probably, well, is 11 millimeters in enough? Yes, it is. 10 millimeters even. That would be a 10 millimeter center. It's just clear of the edge. So I'm just going to mark that up as a point there. And then the same on this side from 13, just coming in 1 to 12, which you probably can't quite see, but I am marking it. Okay, so that's my first two holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill those. I'm going to fit the first bit of webbing. Then I'm going to put the bag on it and just make sure the rear ones are in exactly the right place. So I have a 6.5 millimeter drill bit. I always wince a bit when I do this. So that's those first two in. That actually looks pretty good. Just put a line through that. That is parallel across the back. It looks very symmetrical. So I am pleased with that. I'm just going to remove the very slight burring on there with that needle file. Especially on this one here, there's just a little bit that came up. So the first strap is going to go on, and before I do that I just want to make sure that I get this the right way around. So I want a buckle like that on that side so that the bag opens at the back when it's on the bike. So if you're looking under there, that's still not actually tight. There is a little bit of slack in it, but I didn't really want to pull it any tighter and have the bolts over the edge because I think that would it would weaken the tailpiece, and I'd rather have it pulling this way than from right at the edge. Okay, that's the second one on. So that one is going to clip in. And just to give you a look how that looks at the front when that's square on. So it is pretty much, the seat is just going to come under that bit, but it's going to be right on the back of that, but there's enough clearance for the seat. So the next thing then is to mark up where the rear one needs to go. Now I don't know if you can see that on there, there are these little plastic bits in here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go as close to that as I can, but just inboard a little bit. So I don't want those pushing on the tapes, I want the tapes to be clear of that, but at least it gives me the line where I need to put the rear strap. So that was pretty much level across the back there. Now again, similar sort of problem around, I don't really, well, on here actually they could go in the side pieces. On the side there, I think there is enough space, there is enough width for that to go in. So it's really just measuring up exactly where that needs to go. So I don't know if you can see that on that, hopefully you can. If I just make a hole, make a mark there, then I know it's basically going in the middle of that. And if I measure up in a line from there, that is about 13 millimeters on that side from the top of there. If I measure the same here, 13 would be about there. Does that look even? Yeah, pretty much. That's the line across the back. So then for each of those, it's where I can place a washer. Actually, I need a little bit of space for the webbing to come out the far side of it, so I'm actually going to move it up a little bit. Maybe even to there. That's one that's marked. Again, it's about 10mm in from that edge. Okay, drill those holes. So that actually looks good. I've got a flat surface on the inside for that to go against, and same on that side, I think. So yeah, enough room for the webbing as well. Yeah, that looks all right. I suppose they are a little bit on the stickers at the back, but I'd rather have the width than actually have that uniform without that. I mean, I've drilled holes in it, so a little mark on a sticker doesn't make much of a difference. So that's on. So if I compare it with how it was before, even lining them, you can see just how much bigger difference there is. Not an easy way to show that, I'm afraid. If I put them side by side, you can see that this one has actually moved quite a bit further back, and this one, yeah, also quite a long way further forwards. So I think that is a better position. What I will do just quickly is put the bag on it so you can see. So there you go. So that's kind of how it's going to fit when it's on the bike. Hopefully you can just about see that on the video. And yeah, having it like that does seem to stop a lot of the backwards and forwards motion just because the straps are pulling in the right direction. This same spacing is used for the bigger of the bags, which is the 12 litre. So I could also just unclip that and put the 12 litre on in its place. Should I do that now? Go on then. So that is the 12 litre bag. It's the same length. These straps have the same spacing. It's just a little bit taller, but it should just clip straight back on there in exactly the same way. So if you wanted 12 litres instead of 6.5, it's easy enough to do. There we go. I am just clipping them straight on. There are actually these loops for them to go through, but just for the purposes of showing you on this video, I'm going to skip that because, well, I'm lazy and it's late. So there you go. So that's how it looks with the 12 litre one on there. Again, same sort of ending point. The pillion seat will just go underneath the back there just a little bit. But yeah, I think that's good enough. Right then, I shall go and put that back on the bike. So to put this back on, it's exactly the reverse of fitting it. I've still got that bolt through there, but I do need to put the little insert in before I put this back on. So first thing, just clip the front in. So then all I really need to do now is just checking that's all okay. That all looks good. Just take that bolt out and put it straight back in again with one of the little inserts. In fact, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to assemble it. I don't need to talk through any of this. I'm sure everyone either knows how to do this already or has seen it far too many times from me. You know what? Should really put the seat back on before I do that one up. So there we go, that is back on. So I'm just going to give you a quick look at how this one now looks when it's on the straps in this new position. I think this 6.5 litre bag is the one I'm going to leave on the bike pretty much all the time. So I'll bother putting the straps on properly this time. So that's it, that is on. It's not going anywhere, it is pretty well fixed. And yeah, I think I'm done. So that's it, that's my video about how to drill holes in the rear plastic on a Honda CRF300 Rally or a Honda CRF300L to fit the Enduristan XS Base Pack 6.5 or 12 litre tail pack. I just think it's a really good solution if you don't want to have a rack, you don't want to add that extra 1 or 2 kilos to the back of your bike. The fact you've got the choice of the 2 different sizes I know that some of the Enduristan luggage is quite expensive. I think these are definitely the cheaper end. They're completely waterproof. It's got the extra pouches and things on it. So yeah, I think they're great. It's become my go-to tail pack for this bike. Doesn't really get in the way either. You can get enough stuff in it. I can get tools and sandwiches. So yeah, I think it's good. It's what I'm going to be using on my bike for the foreseeable future. And like I said, I think I'd even use it with the panniers as well for some extra luggage capacity. Anyway, I hope that's been interesting and useful. If it has, maybe I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. And there we go. That is on, hopefully. Oh, you know what? It isn't on. That is on backwards. I'll put that at the end. I'll pretend I just got this right all along for the video. Nobody watches the end anyway.